company, we have created what I hope will be a wonderful way to celebrate, the next best way to celebrate people since we can't be together. So we're going to pause at, now we're live streaming. So it is being live streamed on YouTube. So there are folks who are watching. We put this out to the entire agency. We have not been able to get together to celebrate people in a long time. So we're doing a number of things, right? We are celebrating employee awards and 20 and 30-year employees like we would have done last November. So for board members, just to kind of remember what that looks like, right? We used to all be over at Sherwood or Sequoia. So we are doing that. Those are the folks that you see on the screen, as well as their supervisors who are going to speak about them. We then are going to do what we typically do in May and celebrate students, employees, and a very special celebration of the agency. Typically it is the May meeting where we do a Lighthouse Award. We couldn't give out 2,400 Lighthouse Awards, although if I could celebrate every employee, I would certainly do that because everybody deserves it. So we do have what I think is a wonderful virtual way to celebrate the work that the agency has done. But I am now going to turn it over to Sam Gurgis, Dr. Sammy Gurgis, who's going to do the first part, which is Employee of the Year Awards.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Lutz. Good evening, everyone, to Board of Education, administration, recipients, administrators, presenters, honored guests. This is the Eastern Suffolk BOCES 2019-20 Employee Awards Ceremony that we're having a little delayed. And I want to join the Employee Awards Committee in welcoming you to this year's ceremony. This is a new platform, and we're excited to be hosting this ceremony virtually tonight. This ceremony gives us the opportunity to recognize the people who are dedicated to our agency and the students and districts we serve. This particular award is special in that the nominations come from employees about employees, their colleagues. It is particularly meaningful to have your work recognized by your own colleagues. I'd like to congratulate the award recipients and welcome any family members as well who are also joining us virtually today. Now, it is time to turn our attention to our Employees of the Year. It was a difficult decision to choose recipients from among the many well-qualified and deserving nominees. We are proud to honor the 2019-20 recipients, given the circumstances of the past year that we are all well aware of. I'm now asking the supervisor of each employee that we're honoring tonight to assist me in honoring our recipients. Now, to start off the evening, one individual who is being recognized as Administrator of the Year is Miss Elaine Romick, who is our Business Manager 2 in Administrative Services here at the Heinz Center. And presenting the Employee Award will be Ms. Susan Maddie, our Director of Administrative Services, and also Ms. Romick's supervisor. With that, Ms. Maddie.
Thank you for the introduction, because I always stumble over that title. It's very long. Good evening, everybody. I have the pleasure of working with Elaine every day, and I'm very proud to present the Administrator of the Year Award to Elaine to highlight her amazing work and to show our appreciation for her dedication and hard work during the COVID-19 pandemic last year. From the minute schools went to remote learning in March of 2020, Elaine jumped into action. She was the administrator responsible for ensuring our students were provided free and nutritious meals. She coordinated with our educational departments, our transportation departments, as well as outside vendors to provide every student that needed a meal a free breakfast and lunch daily, even during school breaks. When students were unable to pick up meals at our grab and go location, Elaine worked with our regional transportation department to arrange for daily delivery of meals to students, not an easy feat considering our size. During the most stressful of times, she put all her time, energy, and ingenuity to ensure students who are learning from home received breakfast and lunches Monday to Friday to replace the meals that they had learned to count on during the school year. Elaine at times even helped package up and delivered meals whenever necessary. The overwhelming gratitude that the families exhibited upon the arrival of the food was thanks enough for Elaine, but we are proud to make her Administrator of the Year for her work. Congratulations to Elaine on a job well done and a well-deserved award. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Maddie. And I am now inviting Ms. Elaine Romick to unmute and say a few words.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that I work with Sue and she's a mentor, and I thank you for those kind words. And I learn something new from her every day. I also wanted to thank the coworker that nominated me for this. I'm very grateful, and it pleases me that my coworkers appreciate the work that I do. I think in March, many of us, on a regular basis kind of define ourselves by our jobs in some way. I know that I do. And in March, when we were all told to go home and go on a pause, I think a lot of people kind of lost themselves. And I feel so much gratitude that I was in a position where not only could I continue my work, but I was doing very important work, getting children that really needed these meals at a time of tremendous stress and uncertainty in the world. So I actually feel that I was lucky to be in the position, in the time and place that I was. I'm also grateful to work for an agency where there was not a second thought. We didn't wait for a governor to tell us what we had to do or to make sure federal funding was in order. We immediately went to work to make sure that our children were going to be taken care of. And I'm grateful to work for an agency that's just the way we do business. Also, I wanted to thank, I couldn't have done this on my own, obviously. So I wanted to thank all the people that, helped from the buildings staff, the teachers and guidance counselors, APs and principals that worked with the students, out to the families to find out who needed meal service. The administration of both special ed and CTE, who coordinated getting all the student information to me. Transportation, that we worked hand in hand. That's my old department. And we worked hand in hand to get all the information to them. We were delivering over 860 meals per day to 250 different locations from Montauk Point to Comac. I also want to thank the bus companies, 3 different companies that we worked with to do this, both Montauk Bus, Suffolk Transportation, and Town Bus. And their bus drivers were out there every day. And most especially Whitson's, the food service company that we contract with to prepare our meals. Their workers were in our schools every day. They all came into one location and they took turns coming into work, and they prepared and boxed meals. They sent out the meals every day, met with the bus drivers to send them out. And they also operated a grab and go location at Sequoia High School. And Chris Fickbaum, who is the manager of Whitson's for us, did a tremendous job. He stayed late. He would stop at supermarkets or big box stores on the way home and on the way in to get the foods that he couldn't get from his normal suppliers. He helped us deliver masks to students when we were able to get them from emergency services. So I am just very grateful and thankful for all the people that helped make this happen, because there's no way I could have done this on their own. And in a year when everybody deserves, an award just for being able to make it to work. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Ms. Romick. And again, thank you, Ms. Maddie, for your words and for the presentation. The next category, 2 individuals with varying roles and responsibilities are being recognized tonight as Teacher of the Year. The first is Ms. Catherine Wilton, who is a teacher of students with disabilities, grades 1 through 6 at the West Hampton Beach Learning Center. And to present the Employee of the Year award to Ms. Wilton is Ms. Jenny Cook, who is the principal of the West Hampton Beach Learning Center.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great pleasure this evening that we congratulate Kathy Wilton on her award as Teacher of the Year. I have had the great pleasure of working with Kathy over the last 5 school years. Kathy is an outstanding and inspiring educator. She has created groups to share resources and new ideas and facilitated forums which allowed staff to express concerns and feel supported. She has been the guiding light for new teachers and always went out of her way to help keep staff on track, included, and supported. Kathy's relationships with her students, classroom staff, and other West Hampton Beach Learning Center employees, as well as her commitment to teaching and learning, is truly inspiring. As teachers moved to distance learning, Catherine was a leader, sharing resources and encouragement as she herself was navigating new waters. Kathy is always willing to lend a helping hand, regardless of what the task is. She is a model teacher, and we are blessed to have her as a part of the West Hampton Beach Learning Center teaching staff. Congratulations, Kathy, on your award as Teacher of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Cook. And I'm now inviting Ms. Catherine Wilton to unmute and say a few words.
Thank you, Jenny, for those kind words. When I started college, my mom suggested that I look into majoring in education. And I chose, of course, a different path. So I learned a lesson early. Moms are always right. I am grateful and humbled to be recognized by my peers for this award. This past year has tested all of us. We were faced with challenges we never thought were possible, but together we overcame those challenges, even though we were distanced. I am honored to be recognized in the same category as Paul, who often had to help me and remind me how to log on to my new virtual platform, and always did so with such a kind word. I am the teacher I am because of the continued support of many colleagues. It definitely takes a village. My mentor, who has become a lifelong friend, supportive administrators, and my 3 children, who endured many moments when I was not present, and hours of being my captive audience as I practiced new activities and lessons with them. And I truly mean captive because they were too young to leave the house alone. I became a teacher because one summer day, I came home from a day at the beach with our 3 young children to my husband, who had just stopped by to eat dinner before heading to his second job. And I announced to him, I want to go back to school to get my master's in education. He never even blinked. I was enrolled in my first course the next semester. I am fortunate to do what I love and love what I do. Thank you so much for this award, and I hope I continue to work up to this recognition. Thank you again.
Thank you both Ms. Wilton and Ms. Cook for the presentation and your words. The next teacher I'd like to introduce, who is being recognized as Teacher of the Year, is Mr. Paul Wimmer, an ISS professional, development curriculum teacher at Sequoia. And to present his award is Ms. Gina Riley, our Director of Special Education.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight to honor Paul and all of the other award recipients. So well deserved. Such a pleasurable moment to be here with all of you tonight. So Paul, first of all, I have to say it's a great picture of you on the screen, so I hope that you're all enjoying his photo shoot. But Paul is being honored tonight as Teacher of the Year. He is able to share his talents in ingenuity and technology with a focus on education, utilizing skills to bring the most innovative approaches to our students. He is always willing and able to try new things, and I don't think a day goes by when there's not an email or a call from him when he has another good idea for our special ed department, which we are so open to and appreciative of. Paul will spend endless hours, as Kathy just spoke about, to support our teachers in helping them understand and implement new software or a piece of technology, or just problem solve a solution to help them through all the trials and tribulations that come with technology. His knowledge, his passion, and his desire to help and support others is unmatched in our department. And I have to just add that Paul is the backbone of our students being able to access their education virtually. He provided support in home to students, got them internet access, got them support in the form of iPads or Chromebooks, and then further supported our teachers in helping to educate them. So we are forever grateful and indebted to him for the education that our students received. It is truly, truly because of his support and his knowledge in that area. So Paul, I congratulate you on behalf of everyone that is here tonight on this much well-deserved award. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. And I am now inviting Mr. Paul Wimmer to also unmute and say a few words.
Thank you, Gina and Kathy, for your kind words. I'm honored to receive this award. This means a lot to me. I tried hard to think of a word to describe the 2020 year, and I narrowed it down to unprecedented. As an agency, we did an extraordinary job in many contexts, from continuing to educate children, delivering food to homes, distributing technology, and countless other services to our community. I am proud to have been a part of that and all that we were able to accomplish. It was truly a challenge for everyone, but I feel that we shined. I'd now like to acknowledge some people. First, my mom and dad. Mom isn't here physically today, but I'm sure she's chiming in. Growing up, we all have those words or phrases that we can't say, but my mom had a slightly different one. It was, I can't. If I was doing homework, playing a sport, or doing whatever, if I ever uttered, I can't in front of her, my next reaction was ducking because a backhand was coming my way. It was like throwing down an F-bomb. She would turn to me and say, "You're not trying hard enough. Try again." So after I tried again, sometimes I got it. Sometimes I didn't. So when I didn't, I did what most other kids would do. I asked Dad. Dad was an engineer. He may not realize it, but he was also an amazing teacher, one of the most amazing teachers I know. He taught me one of the greatest skills that I have. He taught me how to teach myself things. He made me an independent learner, and this is a tremendous skill. Now, part of this skill is knowing where and who to go for the knowledge, insight, and experience when you need it. This brings me to my go-to people here at ESBOCES. In every building, in every department, I have people that I can turn to for that knowledge, guidance, insight, and experience to help me do what I do to the best of my ability. I thank you all. Gina, Grant, Bob, Anthony, Deborah, and all the other administrators from all the programs I work with, thank you all for your support and assistance. It's truly appreciated. And lastly, my family. You guys are amazing. When I was getting swamped, you were all there to support me. My son Roland would help me troubleshoot countless tech issues that would arise. My daughter Emma, she would be my sample virtual student to test ideas and applications on. No one knows Nearpod better than she does. My son's girlfriend even got involved. When I was testing and mocking virtual graduations, I would tell her, "I need you to go be a principal," and go into another room and give opening remarks. She was a little surprised at that, but she was a huge help. And behind all of this, helping out and keeping it all together for me was my wife, Kelly. 3 words, Kels, simply the best. Thank you everyone again for this award. I truly, truly appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Thank you, Mr. Wimmer, and thank you also, Ms. Riley. One of the words you mentioned that we've heard throughout the year, unprecedented. There wouldn't be a classroom or the teaching that goes on without recognizing also the para-educators, and in this case, the Para-educator of the Year, which is critical to what we do. For this year, the Para-educator of the Year award goes to Ms. Samantha Tacoma, who is a special ed aide at the Islip Academic Center. And the presentation will be by Ms. Sue Goltz, the principal of the Islip Academic Center.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to everyone who is a recipient this year. I want to tell you a little bit about Sam. Samantha is a creative, disciplined, artistic person. She's natural with people, especially the student population at the Islip Academic Center, who can sometimes be quite challenging. She challenges herself every day, striving to always do more, to do something better, to master a new technique, and to research a better way to help our students to learn. Everyone at IAC admires her positive, anything is possible attitude. And there are a few things I would just like to mention that you probably don't know about Sam. Sam is a graduate of Eastern Suffolk BOCES. She attended MTC, and she is licensed in cosmetology and barbering. She is currently attending Long Island University, and she holds a grade point average of 4.0. She's pursuing her teaching degree in education. And I just want to say, Sam, you are already an amazing teacher. Congratulations and good luck to you. We love you.
Thank you, Ms. Goltz. And I am now inviting Ms. Samantha or Ms. Sam Tacoma to unmute and say a few words.
So as someone who has attended Eastern Suffolk BOCES as a student, I can honestly say that Eastern Suffolk BOCES truly does transform lives. I wouldn't be who I am today without Eastern Suffolk BOCES. I would like to thank every single individual whose path I've crossed during my time at Eastern Suffolk BOCES, especially Mr. Luke Mahoney and Sue Goltz. I am honored to have the privilege to make a difference for future generations and to carve the path for those, just as the path was carved for me during my time as a student at BOCES. This past year was really difficult, and I don't think I would have been able to get through it without the staff at the Islip Academic Center. As much as you guys think I helped you, you helped me a lot more. So I would like to say thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tacoma. And again, thank you, Ms. Goltz, for the award presentation and for the words after. The last category, one staff member is being recognized as the Civil Service Employee of the Year, another critical function, and especially and very special in that it is Ms. Kathleen Hudek, a registered nurse, formerly of the Brookhaven Learning Center. I say formerly because she did recently retire, but we do have the privilege of recognizing that and the Employee of the Year award. And to present will be Ms. Nicole Drinkwater, the principal of the Brookhaven Learning Center.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Kathy. I saw you in your little square. We so desperately miss you at BLC, but I am truly, truly honored to be presenting you with this award that you probably could have received for every year that you worked for us. Kathy is always willing to support the overall program beyond her specific responsibilities. She's an enthusiastic team player who follows through on all tasks requested or required in order to provide in-depth and up-to-date information, always in a timely manner, alerting her administrators what we need to know. She's very calm, quiet, unassuming, but her demeanor, her very calm demeanor, is no reflection of her raging drive to ensure that the health and safety of all of the students, and sometimes the staff, that our health is ensured and that nothing is compromised. She was always a wealth of information, and her knowledge of the students and their disabilities made her an excellent role model for any of our nurses and anyone who has since followed in her footsteps. And we are truly honored to have worked with her. And again, I can't say how much we already miss you, and it hasn't even been a full year. Your shoes are very hard to fill, and congratulations on this honor.
Thank you, Ms. Drinkwater. And at this point, I'd like to invite Ms. Kathleen Hudek to unmute and say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Nicole, so much for those very kind words. And I miss all of you so much. I really do. I have to say that when I received a letter informing me that I was selected as the Civil Service Employee of the Year, I seriously thought this must be some sort of a mistake. I could think of so many other employees who were so deserving of this award. Over the course of my years at BOCES, I have met and worked with the most amazing, dedicated, and selfless employees. Many times I thought, how do so many outstanding individuals all end up in the same workplace? I realized a long time ago that in order to have successful days at work and to make a real positive difference in the lives of our students, it can't be done alone. A whole team is needed. I could never be the recipient of this award without the outstanding team I had beside me every day. That team is made up of our amazing administrators, supervisors, main office staff, teachers, teacher assistants, aides, support team, psychologists, social workers, physical, occupational, and speech therapists, custodians, and nurses. It was only together that we were able to make every day a successful day of growth and learning for our students, and equally as important, to make them happy to come to school each day. To me, you are all employees of the year, and thank you for all your help and support along the way. Please know I am extremely thankful and honored to receive this award. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our students, and thank you for your recognition and appreciation. Keep on doing what all of you are doing. Whatever your position is, together you are accomplishing great things for our students. Thanks again.
Congratulations, Kathleen.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Ms.
Very well deserved.
Thank you, Ms. Hudak and Ms. Drinkwater, for the presentation and for the words afterward. So we would like to again congratulate all of our award winners, and thank you to those who took the time to present as well. We will now recognize our employees who have dedicated 20 and 30 years of service to our agency. These individuals have distinguished themselves among their colleagues. They have exhibited pride, caring, dedication, and a high degree of professionalism. First group of names I will read are those of our employees who have reached a remarkable milestone by being with us for 30 years, or since at least 1991. They are Faith Altamose, Jeanette Craig, Linda Elizalde, Stephen Erickson, Grant Nelson, Mark Havens, Lynn Hayes, Leonard Lacazio, Julie Lutz, Jennifer Pappas, Robin Ruggiero, Sheila Sinacor, Lisa Taxman Goldfarb, Jody Trainer, Laura Trent, and Stacy Young. Congratulations on 30 years with the agency. The next group of individuals have been with our agency for 20 years. They are Myrna Aguayo, Beatrice Arias, Linda Bambola, Diane Bloxon, Toby Brunengraber, Maureen Connors, Adam Corrado, Roseanne Kumo, Karen De Niro, Lorraine Desjardins, Kelly Devlin, Sonia Emilio, Jennifer Farnham Weber, Denise Franzone, Anne-Marie Furman, Kim Garciao, Margaret Giaramita, Nunzio Giratano, Jennifer Granville, Alicia Herfel, Shiji Job, Douglas Kaler, Nancy Knapp, Natalie Lanning, Lynn Leeden, William McIntosh, Jane Marshall, Jonathan Mead, Paul Mazzullo, Teresa Miller, Eric Michaud, Joanne Nicoletti, Janice O'Doherty, Lauren Palladino, Catherine Pickard, Martha Ringen, Jeanette Robles, Charlene Rosen, Elizabeth Silva, James Smith, Charlene Thomas, Diane Wyckoff, and finally, Donald Zaros. Thank you and congratulations to both the 30 and 20-year award recipients. In closing, I would like to thank each of you who took the time to nominate an Eastern Suffolk BOCES employee who you feel has made a difference in the lives of students, staff, and their communities, particularly during this time. I also want to recognize the committee members who made today's ceremony possible. James Beck, Jeanette Craig, Jill Diamond, Reva German, Michael Greenberg, Amanda House, Bobby Kemp, and Jennifer Martino. I hope to see you all in November for our recognition of outstanding employees from the 2021 school year. And thank you again.
So we're not going to turn, congratulations to all, great job, Sam. Going to turn it over to Claudie Damus Makaleli, who will oversee the next part of our recognition.
Thank you, Julie. Good evening, Eastern Suffolk BOCES board members, students, families, and colleagues. Tonight, we celebrate the unity shown by the Eastern Suffolk BOCES family. We should all be proud of everything we have overcome in the past 14 months. The hurdles imposed by COVID did not prevent our students and employees from participating and excelling in different areas. This evening, we celebrate the successes of our students and employees during an unprecedented time. It is through their own perseverance and the support they received that these successes were achieved. Sit back and enjoy a glimpse into their accomplishments.
We don't have the audio. Take two. Thanks, Ed.
The onset of COVID brought about a multitude of changes, including new methods and routines. To say that these changes have been challenging is certainly an understatement. The tenacity of every member of the Eastern Suffolk BOCES family allowed us to overcome these challenges and push forward with great results. Students had to learn differently. Teachers had to teach differently. Services were provided in different ways, and new technology was employed. Virtual preceded every mention of meeting and ceremony. Together, we faced fear, confusion, and anxiety, but we did it together. So please enjoy our next presentation. The cohesion shown by our employees throughout the pandemic allowed Eastern Suffolk BOCES to function at its maximum potential, even with all the challenges and sacrifices. It is with great gratitude that all employees are being recognized for going above and beyond in their duties since the early part of 2020. A pin designed by one of our talented Islip Career Center students, Luis Batanas of Comswag Union Free School District, will be presented to each Eastern Suffolk BOCES employee in appreciation of the commitment, empathy, and support shown by each. An abundance of gratitude is extended to our board members for their constant support, encouragement, and guidance. On behalf of the Eastern Suffolk BOCES Board and Administration, thank you, thank you, thank you to all who took time out of their busy schedules to join us this evening in recognizing students and colleagues. Special thanks to Dr. Patricia McCabe and her staff for their tireless efforts and assistance in planning for and executing this evening's events. I would also like to thank both Rosalie Riscasso and Janine Bayat of Educational Services for organizing the award recipient list and information for this ceremony. Again, thank you and good evening. Dr. Julie Lutz.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Claudie for organizing all of that and putting it together. Words really can't describe what the last year has been like, but I hope that gives everybody on the screen and everybody who is watching via YouTube a sense of what people did to make everything happen. Lisa, I'll hand it over to you.
On behalf of our entire board, I'd like to take a moment to thank the staff who took the time to put this virtual presentation together this evening. You've helped us to better understand what the past year has been like for our students and staff. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to every staff member and each of our students for your passion and perseverance this past year. You make each of us extremely proud. And as I looked at this video this evening, I said to myself, oh my God, what don't we do? It was absolutely incredible. I'm so humbled to be a part of such a wonderful organization. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Lisa, for that. And thank you to those of you who have joined the presentation part of our meeting. It will be posted on our Eastern Suffolk BOCES YouTube video webpage for others who want to view it in the future. And now the presentation portion of our meeting is over. I wish you all a good rest of the evening. We're going to pause for about 30 seconds so that we can